Good morning, students. It gives me immense pleasure to talk to you students through video presentations like this as usual. In this particular video presentations, we'll deal with the meaning of determinants and the expansion of determinants, and if possible, if time permits, usage of determinants in finding out inverse of a matrix. Okay, just listen carefully. In fact, every square matrix can be treated as a determinant, and every determinant has an expansion of any determinant is given as sum of products of elements of any row or any column with the corresponding cofactors. Let me just tell you once again. Every square matrix can be treated as a determinant. If I am going to think about any square matrix, it can be treated as a determinant. No rectangular matrix will be treated as a determinant. Only square matrices can be treated as a determinant. Every determinant has an expansion. How to think of the expansion? Expansion of any determinant is given as sum of products of elements of any row or any column with the corresponding cofactors. Let me take an example. Okay, I'll take the general example A, B, C, D. There are 4 elements. It's 2 by 2 matrix. It's a square matrix. Therefore, determinant is possible. Okay, we write determinant A. We write determinant A as something like a modulus symbol. Okay, example A, take it easy. Now, determinant A is equal to A, B, C, D. Just listen carefully. What does the rule say? Take elements of any row or any column, multiply each element with a corresponding cofactor, and then add. Therefore, A into cofactor of A plus B into cofactor of B. That's what the rule says. Okay, I take the first row and do. What does it say here? The position is minus 1 raised to 1 plus 1. Remove the row and column, I will get D plus, here it is anyway, plus, this is supposed to be B into, this is minus 1 raised to 1 plus 2. Remove the row and column, I will get C. Therefore, here I will get AD minus BC. Let me repeat. I have taken capital A 2 by 2 determinant and 2 by 2 matrix A, B, C, D. Determinant A here is, I can take first row or first column, or second row, first row, second row, first column, second column. There are 4 ways of expansion. Okay, let me expand using first row. A into cofactor of A plus B into cofactor of B. That's what the rule says. That's what the definition tells you. A into, what is the position here? First row, first column, minus 1 raised to 1 plus 1 into, remove the row and column, I'll get into D, plus B into minus 1 raised to 1 plus 2 into, I'll get C. Therefore, here it is even, therefore I'll get plus D. Here it is odd, therefore I'll get minus C. Therefore, AD minus BC. I repeat, A into cofactor of A plus B into cofactor of B. A into minus 1 raised to 1 plus 1 into, remove the row and column, I'll get D. Okay, plus B into minus 1 raised to 1 plus 2, remove the row and column, I'll get C. Therefore, here I will get plus D, here I will get minus D. Therefore, AD minus BC. Therefore, instead of expanding like this every time, there is an easy way to remember. Multiply the main diagonal entries minus multiply the secondary diagonal entries for any 2 by 2 determinant. Okay, I repeat, multiply the main diagonal entries AD minus multiply the secondary diagonal entries. That is an easier way to remember the expansion of any determinant of order 2 by 2, any 2 by 2 determinant. I think it is clear to everybody. Okay. I'll just move on to the next stage. I'll just move on to the next stage now. Okay, I'll take another example. Okay, find determinant 2, 4, 7, 1. What does it mean? 2 into 1 minus 7 into 4. I told you, multiply the main diagonal. 2 into 1 minus multiply the second diagonal. Therefore 2 minus 28, which is minus how much you get? Minus 26. Okay, I think it's clear. Multiply the main diagonal minus multiply the second diagonal. 2 minus 28, which will be minus 26. Okay, let me move on to 3 by 3 case. Okay, find determinant 1, 2, 3, minus 1, 5, 6, 3, 4, 7. Okay, just listen. I already told you 1 into remove the row and column and I'll get 5, 6, 4, 7. Okay, then for this I'll get a minus sign because the position is minus 1 raised to 1 plus the power becomes odd. Remove the row and column. I'll get minus 1, 6, 3, 7. Then I'll have plus sign here. I'll remove the row and column. Minus 1, 5, 3, 4. Okay, let me just explain once again. 1 into remove the row and column. I'll get 5, 6, 4, 7 determinant. Then for this I'll get a minus sign because the position is first row second column. Minus 2 into remove the row and column. I'll get determinant minus 1, 6, 3, 7. Then plus 3. The position here is minus 1 raised to 1. There is 1 plus 3, which is anyway I'll get plus sign here. Here of course this thing into determinant minus 1, 5, 3, 4. Therefore this is reduced anyway. 1 into 35 minus 24. Minus 2 into let us say minus 7 minus 18. Plus 3 into minus 4 minus 15. Therefore this is reduced anyway 11. Anyway here it is plus 50. I'll get here again plus 3 into minus 19. Therefore this is anyway 61 minus 57. This is anyway 4. Let me just check whether my answer is right or wrong. I have to think about expansion of this determinant. Here I'll get minus 1 raised to 1 plus 1. Therefore I'll get only plus 1 here. The power here is even. Okay, 1 into I'll get determinant 5, 6, 4, 7. Then I'll have minus sign here. Minus 2 into remove the row and column. Minus 1, 6, 3, 7. Then plus 3 I'll have a plus sign here. Minus 1, 5, 3, 4. Then I'll get it to be 35 minus 24. Minus 2 into minus 7 minus 18. Plus 3 into minus 4 minus 15. Anyway here it is reduced to 11. Here it is minus 25 minus 2 is plus 50. Here 3 into minus 19 is minus 57. Therefore 61 minus 57 becomes 4. Okay, I think it's clear to everybody. Am I right? Okay, it's clear. Therefore, we have seen how to expand a 2 by 2 determinant and a 3 by 3 determinant. We have seen both the cases. Okay, if value of a determinant of a square matrix is 0, it is known as a singular matrix. It is known as a singular matrix. Okay, example, or else if determinant A not equal to 0, A is known as a non-singular matrix. Non-singular matrix. Okay, it is non-singular matrix. Okay, if determinant value is 0, it is called singular matrix. Example 4, 7. Okay, 7, 4. What do I get? 16 minus 49 not equal to 0. Here this is non-singular. Okay, let me take 1, 2, 2, 4. What do I get? 4 minus 4 is equal to 0. For this matrix 1, 2, 2, 4 matrix is singular. This matrix 4, 7, 7, 4 is non-singular. Therefore, this matrix is non-singular whereas this matrix is singular. Are you able to follow? Okay, I think it is easier for anybody to follow. The determinant value of a square matrix is 0. It is called a singular matrix. The determinant matrix of a square matrix is non-zero. It is called a non-singular matrix. Now listen carefully. To every non-singular matrix A, okay, we can identify matrix of order, let us say order n. Okay, we can identify another non-singular matrix, B of the same order such that AB is equal to BA is equal to IN, where IN is the identity matrix of order n. Then B is known as the inverse of A, and vice versa. What is the meaning of vice versa? A is the inverse of B, and inverse of A is written as A inverse. I can't write it as 1 by A, there is no such representation. Okay, I simply write it as A inverse. Let me repeat. To every non-singular matrix A of order n. What is the meaning of non-singular? Determinant A should be not equal to 0. We can identify another non-singular matrix B of the same order such that if I multiply A with B or B with A, either way you write, I will get IN, or IN is the identity matrix of order n. In such case, B is known as the inverse of A and vice versa, and inverse of A is written as, this is a symbol for inverse. Something like power minus 1 I will use, but it is not power minus 1. Okay, it is simply A inverse. Okay, just listen. Now, let me just see steps involved. Steps involved in finding A inverse. Steps involved in finding A inverse. Step 1, determinant A. Find determinant A. If determinant A is equal to 0, write A inverse does not exist. A inverse does not exist. If determinant A not equal to 0, write A inverse exists and proceed further. Okay, and proceed further. Okay, and proceed further. Okay, now step 2, find A transpose. Step 3, find, I call it as adjoint A. Okay, short form is ADJ A, capital A. Okay, which is obtained by replacing each element of A transpose by the corresponding cofactor. Step 4, A inverse equal to 1 by determinant A into adjoint A. Let me repeat. Step 1, find determinant A. Determinant A is 0, right? A inverse does not exist. So I can't proceed further. I have to stop there itself. Okay? If determinant A not equal to 0, right? A inverse exists and proceed further. Step 2, find A transpose. That is, row becomes column becomes row. And find adjoint A, which is obtained by replacing each element of A transpose by the corresponding cofactor. Then step 4, A inverse is 1 by determinant A adjoint A. If you do a problem, you will be able to check how we go about it. Okay, if we do a problem, we will be able to do further. easy, we'll be able to understand easily. Okay, find A inverse if A is, let us say, okay, just listen. Step 1, determinant A, 6, 4, 3, 4, which is 24 minus 12, which is 12. Okay, now determinant A not equal to 0. Therefore, A inverse exists. Step 2, A transpose. This is 6, 3, 4, 4. Now step 3, adjoint A. Now I replace every element by the corresponding cofactor. What is cofactor of 6? Which is 4. What is cofactor of 3? I will get minus 4, because for this I will get a minus sign. Cofactor of 4 is minus 3. Cofactor of 4 becomes 6. Okay. Now step 4. A inverse equal to 1 by determinant A into adjoint A, which is 1 by 12 into 4 minus 4 minus 3 6. You can just check the answer. You can easily check the answer. Okay, just find A inverse. A inverse, this is 1 by 12 into, being a constant is taken out, 3 4, and of course 4 minus 3 6. You get 1 by 12 into, you get it to be 36 minus, 24 minus 12. 24 minus 12, here anyway minus 24 plus 24, this is 12 minus 12, this will become minus 12 plus 24. Therefore, anyway it is reduced to 1 by 12 into 12 0 0 12, this is 1 0 0 1, this is I2. Let me repeat. Determinant A 6 4 3 4, 24 minus 12, which is 12. Determinant A not equal to 0, therefore A inverse exists. Okay, step 2, find A transpose 6 3 4 4. Step 3, replace every element of A transpose by the corresponding cofactor. Therefore, remove the row and column and get plus 4. Remove the row and column and get minus 4. There is minus sign here. Remove the row and column and get minus 3. Remove the row and column and get plus 6. A inverse 1 by 12 into 4 minus 4 minus 3 6. Then I'll check the product to be I2 or not. 6 4 3 4, this 24 minus 12. Then of course minus 24 plus 24. 12 minus 12 is minus 12 plus 24. 1 by 12, this is 12 0 0 12. This is anyway I2. But there is an easy way to check answer in only for 2 by 2 matrices. Okay, I'll explain easily. Interchange the main diagonal 4 and 6. Change the sign for the second diagonal minus 4 minus 3. Divide by the determinant. This is an easy way to check. It will be easier for you to do in your competitive examinations. Let me repeat. Interchange the main diagonal entries 4 and 6. Interchange the second diagonal, change the sign for the second diagonal entries minus 4 minus 3. Divide by determinant 1 by 12. Interchange, therefore 4 6. Change the sign for second diagonal minus 4 minus 3. Divide by the determinant is 12. There is an easy way to check the answer. Okay. Thank you, students. Those who want to subscribe, you can subscribe by clicking the subscribe button and the bell icon. The main idea of subscription is you'll get notification, automatic notification if any new video is being uploaded in the channel. Thank you.